All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between Romantic versus Focus. This is WarCraft 3, patch 1.30 from the NetEase. And it's going to be strange when I start talking about WarCraft 3, the Reforged version. And a lot of you guys out there are like, yeah, you know, this is going to be great for Crota. And I gotta be honest with you guys, two things will happen with the introduction of Reforged. One thing that could happen is there's going to be an influx of WarCraft 3 viewing. People will come watch my commentary, not be too offended as I do a lot of play-by-play action, and will pretty much enjoy everything that they're looking at here. Now, however, what also can happen is that there is going to be an influx of, well, younger talent who have more time, more energy, and are able to really give WarCraft 3 Reforged the attention that it deserves. And I will be able to, well, I guess, retire gracefully. I don't know. It really does come down to views and how much time it takes for me to stay on top of everything. Even now, it feels like I'm not on top of the meta as I used to be. I'm not on top of all of the players. And I really don't have as much foresight into what's going to be happening. I have made a lot of predictions in the past. Sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong. But overall, I do believe that this is going to be good for the WarCraft 3 community, just like StarCraft. Well, the remastered version of StarCraft has bred new life into StarCraft. I do wish I was there for the announcement, but then again, just because I'm close and just because I've been casting for a while doesn't mean I automatically get an invite. I know that some of the other guys from WarCraft 3 Info, the Back to WarCraft guys, did get an invite there, so it is nice to see Blizzard reaching out amongst the community members and realizing that, you know what, this is a good thing. All right, Ogre Warrior going to go ahead and get taken down here. It is going to be a Ring of Protection +2 for that Archmage. Already up to 5 armor. Right from the very get-go, as the militia are going to finish up this Forest Troll Trapper. Meanwhile, back down to the south here, Blade Master heading back off to the north. My apologies for not realizing that flying machines are still only one supply. They just cost more, but yeah, they're still only one supply according to the comments that I saw earlier. Anyways, Slippers of Agility will be picked up. We are looking at, I believe, a Blade. Is it a Blade Master? Yes, it is a Blade Master, and because it is a Blade Master, I will be switching my attention back to Focus. Let's go ahead and bring up that stat viewer there. Nicely done. Is the Archmage going to be able to finish off, get that kill? No, he is not. Actually taking a little bit of damage, and the Blade Master says, thank you, Forest Troll Trapper. I will trade some damage here on and take down this Footman without much of an issue. Footman already down to 181. Could try and wind walk a couple of times to close in on that distance, but ends up being able to get away because of a pig. All right, Archmage now making its way back down to the south here. We're going to be going after some additional Forest Troll Trappers. And this is important as you're trying to maintain and get ahead in quote-unquote resources. A lot of times people forget that creeps are a limited resource on a map. And if you're able to do more creeping, well, that means that you will have a slight advantage going into the mid and late game based on experience. And if you have a hero level advantage, that does translate into victories sometimes. All right, Footman getting into position here. Gonna try and take down this one particular Orc Burrow. It is being repaired rather quickly as well, as the peons are now trying to get all into the right position. Archmage drops an additional Water Elemental. This Water Elemental will get taken down. There it goes. Blade Master is sitting almost at level 2 as well. A lot of repairs getting underway to try and keep this up and operational. Meanwhile, Blade Master going after the Footman, or going after the Archmage. Archmage, however, with close to 6 armor right now, is actually taking a lot more damage than you would normally expect. He's able to do so. Blade Master does in fact use a wind walk there, does have a healing salve, and we'll see what the Blade Master looks to do in its follow-up gameplay. Meanwhile, back across here, Archmage just sitting at level 1. We are taking the tier 2 nearly there as the Blade Master finishes off a Footman and gets to level 2. All right. With that, well, you saw Romantic realizing, hey, I know exactly where the Blade Master is now. That gives me opportunity to try and clear out these Murlocs. Little does he know there's grunts on this side of the map. a little bit of a misplayed decision. Murloc Nightcrawler will get taken down. Blademaster is right there. Gauntlets of Ogre Strength +3 picked up by the Blademaster, adding in a little bit of longevity here as this Footman, well, getting poisoned and taking damage over time. Footman could turn back around, or he could try to fall on his own sword, so to speak, but no, gets taken out from the back by that Blademaster. Archmage now heading back over here to the top right. Arcane Sanctum being sped built here, and we are going into a Mountain King. Blademaster with Wand of Illusion, able to, well, tank a lot of damage from these rock golems, from this rock golem here, as you would expect. Meanwhile, Forest Troll High Priest comes across, giving inner fire to the Forest Troll trappers, and that could be a problem. Water Elemental now makes its way over, gets in some damage onto a low hit point Grunt. Is that Grunt gonna get away? It looks like it is taking some big damage once again, as it is trying to lose aggro, and wow, being able to stay alive, followed up by an ensnare. Blademaster going to finish off this rock golem here. That Wand of Illusion used extremely well. Meanwhile, Archmage is going to be sitting at level 2. Archmage at level 2, Mountain King now out onto the field. Arcane Vault being added. Priest are being added as well. Do we have the Spirit Lodge? Yes, we, the Tauren Totem, excuse me, for those Spirit Walkers. That is going to take quite some time for me to correct and retrain myself, as the Archmage should be able to finish off this Ogre Warrior creep camp and the Ogre Magi, thereby getting to level 3. Blademaster down to the south, finishing off this 5-3-3 creep camp, Ogre Magi and those Forest Troll trappers, as the Blademaster backs away, allowing the Shadow Hunter to get to level 2. Alright, Mountain King still in that front line, takes a Wand of Mana Stealing, Tome of Intelligence +2. Mountain King, Blademaster is right here. Is it going to try to go after any of these units? That is the question. The Blademaster has a Sobi mask. That is a bit of a surprise, as normally that belongs on the Shadow Hunter. Mountain King backing up. Blademaster is keeping track of all of the Shadow Hunter, trying to stay just out of sight range, and here we go. There is the attack. There is a quick ensnare, or excuse me, a quick hex onto a priest. Scroll of Speed, taking down 2 priests right there. Sorceress is now up at the party, going to be able to slow things down just a little bit as the Archmage tries to do a little bit more. Shadow Hunter, however, gets another hex down, and those hexes have caused some serious problems. Alright, this Sorceress needs to get away. Will it be able to do exactly that? Damage starting to add back up. Spirit Link across multiple units. Footman going to get taken down as the Sorceress now back to her normal self, trying to get some damage onto those Grunts. Alright, you can see that Grunt absorbing a fair amount of damage. You got to remember that is Spirit Link, so double the amount of damage that you see it taking, and that's how much damage is really being being dished out. Alright, one Grunt gonna get taken out. There it goes. Is it perhaps gonna go for another Grunt? Yes, it will. A little bit of a follow-up 5-second stun, and well, one or two more shots should do it. There you go. It finally gets taken down, but the Mountain King still only at level 2. Meanwhile, Blademaster shows up to the party. Could have tried to Stormbolt that. Perhaps a little bit too low on mana. Mountain King, does it have Bash or Thunderclap? Thunderclap mainly the better ability by far. Now, even though it is mana intensive, I believe once the Archmage gets the buff back to Brilliance Aura, the Mountain King will be always low on mana as it tries to use both Thunderclap and Stormbolt. Blademaster at level 3, Shadow Hunter at level 3. Shadow Hunter now with the Sobi mask, Blademaster with a Health Stone, the perfect item on a Blademaster. Essentially half a Ring of Regeneration and a full Potion of Healing all in one item slot. Exactly what the Blademaster asks for. Now, what is the follow-up plays going to be? It doesn't look like there's an expansion attempt coming in from Romantic at all. Spellbreakers are being added, but I don't know if this Spellbreaker caster army, which was very common in patch 1.29, will be able to hold up against, well, what actually looks like a very 1.29 army coming in from the Orc. There are Spirit Walkers, Raiders. Are we going to tech into tier 3? That is the question. No, we are only at Stronghold, but a potential Creepjack here could change things up. Raiders now trying to head back. Blademaster is coming across, trying to slow things down to Endurance Aura now on the Blademaster. A big Thunderclap across multiple units, as that could cause problems. Alright, Raiders with that very slow attack, missing their target. Another big Thunderclap right there. Mountain King, however, now pretty much out of mana. not going to be able to do very much more, as we see a couple of Spellbreakers just trying to fight this all on through. Peon also with Spirit Link absorbing damage very well, as a handful of Scrolls of Healing make Spirit Link so powerful. Shadowhunter now back out onto the field. You see double Scrolls of Healing on that Shadowhunter. Are we going to see some items being given back? Peasants join in on the fight, and that was a militia that turned back into peasants here, a bit out of spot, and this is just not going well at all. Level 4 on the Blade Master, level 3 on the Shadowhunter. Romantic, level 3. Mountain King sitting at level 2, not really finishing off that many units. Spellbreakers are just getting, eaten by all of these other units here, as Peons are now trying to make their way over. There is that teleport, 42 supply compared to 50. And now with Focus having that level advantage, and the, I would say, item advantage right now, things are just going to go well. Kodo Beast getting added into the mix once again here. Archmage may try to set up an expansion, but it may be too little, too late as well. Nope, going after the Rock Golem creep camp first. Priest going to be joining in on the fight. Spellbreakers are here, but there is not much of a front line. Spellbreakers are very useful, but their range is just a little bit low now, and acting as a front line just altogether not that helpful. Let's take a look. Mountain King being brought over does have Rune Bracers, which will most likely just be sold, and it is not that great of an item. Blade Master are going to be able to pick up a Cloak of Flames. As you see, the Cloak of Flames on that Blade Master allows him, well, just so hot you cannot handle him. Just standing next to him deals so much damage. Blade Master only 137%, 137 point critical strikes right now. That does seem rather low, but then again, there are no claws of attack, only circlets of nobility. And, well, only circlets of nobility actually benefit, or anything that provides agility actually benefits from critical strikes now. All right, there you go. Stormbolt making sure that that Blade Master is unable to do any sort of stealing here. Blade Master, what is it going to do? Did it get experience? I don't believe Cloak of Flames actually does damage if you are wind walking. Yeah, it does not look like it. It is wind walking. You don't see anything right here, right now. Quickly sells the item. Scroll of Healing being used. Blade Master, Dust of Appearance. He was revealed for a split second, but was now able to get back. All right, we are sitting at 60 supply. Orc finally able to go into low upkeep, going into an additional set of Kodo Beast armors, Spirit Walkers, and Grunts. 3, 3, 4 right there. Meanwhile, you can take a look. He was trying to creep out a relatively difficult creep camp, only to see that it was already cleaned up. That is a problem, and Romantic knows it. He knows that he is behind, needs to play a bit of a catch-up game. Mountain King sitting at level 3, Shadowhunter sitting at 4, Blade Master should be getting close to 5 as it goes after this Null Overseer creep camp. Blade Master finishing off the Null Assassins, and the Null Warden should be able to do that in no time flat. Blade Master also with Gloves of Haste attacking fairly fast. Mountain King, well, both sides just trying to get into position, seeing where exactly they're going to try to go to next. All right, Peons doing a little bit of long distance mining here, as we are, well, still have a good amount of time on the main gold mines. Spirit Walker being brought over. A potential creepjack could cause a problems, but there was a sentry ward right here. What is the Blade Master doing? He has to know, or perhaps suspect, that something is up. Water Elemental catches all of this over here, and now we're going to see the army make its way over. It is going to be spotted here. Our Spellbreakers being added over. 61 supply compared to 66. Here we are. Potential attack. Mountain King is in position. Are we going to perhaps see some big thunderclaps right there? Spellbreaker. There is a thunderclap followed by Blizzard. A great change in the overall, as we should be getting an ensnare onto that Archmage. Archmage now going to be in a little bit of trouble since it was standing still for a little bit of time. Another big thunderclap once again being used by multiple units, as the Archmage now needs to be extremely careful. Archmage knows that the Raiders are going to be really gunning for him. As you see, there's the Blizzard now being rained down. However, well, Mountain King gets hexed, in trouble, unable to transfer the Potion of Healing. And, well, Romantic is up against the ropes. Does he have enough gas in the tank? Well, nope, not if he's constantly getting ensnared. And Raider's ability to constantly shut down Blizzard makes this Thunderclap strategy well, significantly weaker against an Orc going for a Bestiary. All right, fight still raging on here. Kodo Beast in the backfield, not doing that much damage. Mountain King tries to rejoin in on the fight, most likely. Oh, gets, uses a Potion of Mana, is temporarily part of the fight here. Blade Master could get taken down. No, Potion of Healing, followed by a Potion of Invulnerability, and Focus is going to end up winning this match as that Blade Master, well, should be able to clean up multiple units. 46 supply compared to 57, still on the run. Romantic in a bit of a run right here. Blade Master trying to finish off some more units. Will get a free Spellbreaker right there. 177 critical strike as the Blade Master now, what is he going to pick up? Scrolls of Healing, Potions of Invulnerability. Not quite sure. Still chasing after all of those units. Raider's going to get some more ensnares, forcing that engagement. Archmage uses Blizzard temporarily, only to get ensnared again as the fight is still raging on. All right, Spellbreakers finishes off. Archmage gets up to level 5. Is it going to be able to get away? No, not with a critical. Well, no, actually able to slip through right there. Archmage buys a Potion of Healing and a Clarity Potion. Needs to use that Potion of Healing, and in a hurry. There's the nope, no Potion of Healing yet. It gets taken down. Perhaps the potion was on cooldown, or he used the wrong potion, and that is the end of that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Focus easily taking out Romantic here on Last Refuge.